Hello and welcome to this week's video. And today I am at Mölnlycke, I hope I pronounced that correctly, at a game organized by Bogart Porkana. Also, I hope I pronounced this correctly. And it's the first time on this field and I brought my fancy camera because I wanted to do some testing. So well, some more testing. Because I already did one test in France and now I'm back at it because I want to work on a special project in the near future. And during the video I will explain why I am testing things and how I am testing them exactly. And I will also explain what the group that I'm following is doing because that is actually part of the tests. In today's game there are two sides on a big map. Well, according to Swedish players, this is only a small map. Both teams have a commander who will lead their team into victory, well, at least they will try. And both sides have a base where they operate from and some respawn points on the map closer to a certain combat area. That is a clever way of the organizer to reduce the walking distance back to the respawns. And it's that CO that makes sure that everyone is connected with the RS Alpha app and has the correct radio channels for the start of the game. And when the sign is given, the game starts. Now as a test, I will follow one of the squads and their advance to their objective, which this time is an RS Alpha box to the south of the map. And I want to test out different camera angles to see what works to make a certain story about the squad during the game. Because that is what the project that I'm working on is all about. I will follow a group into a big game and film their complete game. Not just the shooting parts, but also the prep work, interviews, eating, sleeping, and everything else. And to be able to do that, I want to test each little bit of gear that I'm gonna need for that project and get used to it before bringing it to a game to create the project. Because as you will be able to see here, one of the main things that I need to work on is putting stuff in focus and trying to find the right angle to film stuff. And like everything that you want to do, preparation is key to a successful project. So that's why I'm here testing this out. Ha! See, that is why I like to test things before I do them for real. I wanted to start telling the story about the team that I'm following, but I had no idea how to point them out. So they don't have any names yet. And as a viewer, it's important to get that connection so you know what is happening to who it is happening to. Maybe a small introduction with an interview might help doing that, like in the beginning or in the first minutes of the video. Another thing that might help is showing their names during the video when you see one specific person, and this keeps you as a viewer in the loop of what is going on. So for this story, I gave them names myself. Well, mostly because I don't know their names yet. So we have Jack because he's wearing a lumberjack, we have Green because he's wearing OD, Texas because of the hat, of course, Black because he's wearing black and he's also leading the team, by the way, Curly with the curly hair, and Happy because he was smiling a lot of the time. And during the video, two other people drop in and we will call them Sniper and Boonie. So the one Sniper is the one with the sniper rifle and Boonie is the one with the Boonie hat. Slowly but steady, the team is getting closer to the objective. And while getting closer might get people very anxious to get into it, but this team is not. Slowly, calculated moves and not rushing in is their way to complete this objective. And by now, Sniper and Boonie joined the team. I don't know if they were already part of the squad or the team, or they just joined in because they saw the people moving up, but they're here now. And Black tries to keep the line going forward and make sure the flanks are covered at all times. This is a terrain that they haven't been scanned yet, and they have no idea if or how much enemy activity there is in the area that they are going into. I keep myself behind the line and I try not to get in their way or make too much noise, because, like I said, they have no idea what they're getting themselves into. We are now getting very close to the objective, and they hear people talking like a little bit further up, they hear footsteps. And the already cautious movements are toned down even a bit more. And Black puts his people on a line to have a clear oversight and cover the flanks. And by now you might have seen two things happening with the image. Now one, the colors have changed to a deeper, intenser color. And the second thing is there are black bars coming over the screen, like top and bottom, to make it more cinematic. And I'm curious if you noticed if it was changing and what your opinion is about it. Because it's something that I want to play with to find out what works the best in this style. Because documentary style videos don't always have the cinematic effect. And it's for me to trying out to figure out what style will fit the upcoming project. This is only filmed with one camera, the one that I'm shooting with right now. The idea of the project is to give GoPros to certain people in the squad and use those to get different angles from what is going on. Those will, one, be remotely controlled by me, or they will just continuously keep filming. This is not included in this test because this is specifically for the camera itself that I'm using right now, but there will be more follow-up tests on different events. By now the team got into contact with an enemy force and we don't know the size, and while suppressing, the team is trying to figure out the size of that enemy unit. And one thing I noticed is that they kept moving to keep the enemy guessing of where our team was. And we're also on a higher position and that has the advantage, so it was more easy for the enemy to hide in darker spots and for us to see them. So that was a disadvantage. And Black is making choices to move further up and bring the fight towards the enemy. Creating combat footage from one side will be tricky. And you don't usually have the other party, or you don't have any camera footage from that party. So I need a way to do that. And one way of doing that is I can use maps to show where the enemy was if we actually figure out where the enemy was. Because in the project, I will be following along with the team without safety jacket. And right here, I'm not wearing any safety jacket. I am with the team, camouflaged, moving up together to not give their position away while I'm making the project. And now I got lucky and I stumbled on the sniper on my way back down because BBs were flying very close and I don't have much protection on my camera yet and I didn't want to risk the expensive camera. So that's why we do have some footage of the sniper rifle shooting at our team, but usually I will not have that. So that is stuff to think about on how to do that. And while combat will be a part of the project, it's not going to be the main focus. So I don't know if I will get away with making it not as fancy as we're used to see big Hollywood movies and other Airsoft edited videos, but we'll see how it works, like I said, in an upcoming video. And we are getting to the end of this test video. The team is slowly closing in on the sniper position. Step by step, they are clearing the way and healing their wounded. And while they keep fighting for the objective, which by the way was awesome to see how people went for the objective instead of just random firefights. I want to thank everyone for an awesome day of happy faces and very nice team spirit on both sides. Thank you Bogart Poikarna for letting me film some stuff and do the testing thing that I wanted to do. And for you, the viewer, please let me know what you think about this video. The style, the colors, the cinematic view, the commentary, so I can get a feel of where I can go with the project. Don't forget to like the video so YouTube is happy and consider subscribing for more interesting videos. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you next week for a new video. Bye.